Hi guys, welcome to Magic, Myth, and History. Happy Imbolc. It is February 1st and we are honoring the goddess Breed or Bridget, or for some of you, Saint Bridget. Look at her. She's gorgeous. And we are actually going to be reviewing this deck today. But yeah, we're just going to honor her. We are going to honor also Dionysus and Apollo. We're going to talk a little bit more about the energies, what's going on, and how these guys kind of tie in. Then we're going to do the deck review, and then I'm going to give you guys a mini reading. So, January is usually a month where we're trying to get rid of things that don't serve us from the previous year. A lot of us make New Year resolutions, and we kind of just... Well, the point is to purge it out, like get everything that no longer serves you out and then move on with the good. So if some of your New Year's resolutions didn't really work out in the previous years, because you might have just made them without doing any of the foundational work. Like, you may have bought the gym membership, but just because you bought it doesn't mean you're going to go. You have to wrestle with your schedule, your routine. You have to put forth some little effort there, and it can be uncomfortable sometimes. So that's kind of what energies usually go on in January. We're moving from winter towards summer, and the struggle can be real. And this year we had a supermoon that really made things crazy. For some, I can't say that there's one person that I don't know who wasn't affected in some way by it. And then, especially in the last 5 days, I'm going to say anybody I knew who wasn't affected by it got hit by it. And like, there was some super intense energies. I'm talking, people calling their cops on their husbands, ending of relationships. It's just been really tough. It's for our greatest good, even though it doesn't feel like it right now. But we're gonna get through it. So how do Dionysus and Apollo really kind of fit into this theme? Dionysus and Apollo were both worshipped at Delphi, and while Apollo was the main part of the year because he worked with the Pythia, during the winter, he kind of went on vacation. That was where he kind of stepped aside, got to do other things or relax a little bit more, and Dionysus took center stage. If you didn't know, Dionysus is the god of theater. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. But Dionysus, most of you may only know that he is the Greek god of parties and wine, and he's actually the Greek god of rebirth as well, and theater, and sometimes that stuff gets swept under the rug. But Dionysus is known as the winter sun, and Apollo is known as the summer sun. Now, Apollo is the main sun deity. He is always the sun. But symbolically, Dionysus is the winter sun because he shows you that there's always light and darkness. So no matter when you're at your weakest, your darkest moments, he's going to show you the light's over there. The sun is over there. So that's the direction we need to move. And he isn't going to do the work for you, and he's not going to carry you there, but he will hold your hand along your journey. And if you are moving, and even if it's a little awkward, roundabout, wavy path towards that way, he will get you there as long as you do your work. It's hard because it's inner work. It's facing your demons. It's facing your shadows. It's breaking pattern. It's rebirth. And why is he the god of rebirth? Okay, so we're going to get way into his story shortly. I have a video series that will be coming out on him. But basically, this beautiful man has been emotionally and physically torn apart, torn into pieces, and he's reborn every time. And no matter how many times somebody has tried to kill him, he comes back stronger than ever. And that's kind of how he's represented. That's what he wants for you. Apollo and Dionysus are two parts of knowing thyself. I always recommend working with both if you're going to work with one or the other, because they balance each other out. They're two halves to creating your whole. Now, like I said, they're not going to do the work for you, but they will definitely hold your hands and guide you. The decision is always up to you in the end. You don't have to work with either of these deities. You may seek maybe Osiris and Mat from the Egyptian pantheon may be good partners for that. There's a lot of them. There's angels you can work with, but we're not going to go too much into other ones because today is about these guys. So Apollo kind of represents your morals, your values, knowing them, securing them, your boundaries. Dionysus is more the emotional knowing, what's going to take away from you. He will find where the negative emotions lie, where you're not growing, where you're not flowing. He can be very intense. He also will tell you if you are blocking your emotions, if you're building up those walls, what you just basically did was trap all the positive emotions outside that wall. So people will be throwing you I love yous, you're awesome, and those are the things bouncing off that wall. What you did is whatever emotional pain you had that you didn't work on, you just trapped yourself in a room with it. And you're going to ignore it by putting it back in your closet. Well, that little shadow you, that little demon that you have, is going to grow with frustration because you're not paying attention to it. You're not doing your work. He's like, why are you ignoring me? Why are you ignoring it? And he's going to get bigger and bigger until you can't take it anymore. And it's going to spew out in ways, the term that they used to use was degenerate ways, but it's also ways like snapping at people. You might break something, it's going to make your situation worse. So Dionysus, throughout all his wild parties and festivities, was about releasing those emotions, getting them out, knowing you, knowing what works for you. So this is the winter sun leading into the summer sun, which is very, Imbolc-y. It's more, I think it's more associated with breed. I'm not actually 100% sure if that's the term that the Greeks would use or if there's a particular festival for it. I'd have to look, but I thought they fit really well with the theme of what's going on. So I am going to timestamp when we are going to start the reading. So if you want to start the reading, you can just skip there. I'm going to go into some of the cards in the deck that I really thought were pretty, and then we're going to do the reading. So yeah, so let me go ahead, and I'm also going to give a mention to Artemis and Leto here because I don't want them to get upset with me. So that statue will be coming back shortly. Well, not this video, but it's a good myth, so it'll be back just so you can prepare yourself for it. Okay, so there is a card that drew me to this deck. I saw it online and I was like, nope, that's my deck. I have to have it. And then, like, I opened up this deck, and everything was just... I am really kind of in love with this deck. It's kind of new, but this had the Greek goddess Hestia in it, and I have to have everything with Hestia in it. I just... like a little kid in a candy store. It's like, oh, Hestia's in it. Now, I see her with red hair, but this is a beautiful card for her. I also got super excited because I have so many Greek or decks that have Greek gods and goddesses in it, and they had Ariadne in this deck, and that's Dionysus's wife, and I don't have a card or a deck with her in any of them, so I'm very excited that she's here. The only thing I wish is that this deck had a masculine counterpart, because this deck is actually called the Divine Feminine Oracle. It's by Megan Watterson, and the artist is Lisbeth Cheever Gesseman. There's no male counterpart, and I think that if they did have a male counterpart, that this deck would be super awesome together. So that's my only super complaint. There are some pictures in there that I didn't really like, but overall I'm going to say 90% of the artwork I really liked. And I'm going to show you why. They even included the cosmic egg, guys. And I know this is in African mythology, and there are some other mythologies that use the cosmic egg as a birth to the universe. I can't think of the word right now. But as the creation myth. And so it's really cool that they incorporated that. Now, take a look at some of these beautiful priestesses. There's goddesses, there's popes, you know, there's all kinds of prophetesses. Look, they even included the Black Madonna. So, and I mean, they did a really good job at, you know, getting multi-pantheons in there. I mean, unfortunately, it's a good thing that there's so many different pantheons we can go back to, especially if we use Ancestry. But, like, we can't incorporate them all, and that's a little bit of the sad part. But, I mean, they did a really good job. I mean, I love this card. Look at her. She's beautiful. Yeah. And so, the Green Tara. This is another one of my favorite cards. I love this card. So, the card, because I did pull a card for myself when I got this deck, and the one that I got was Agalanda. She's the goddess of the Never Not Broken. And, I mean, look at her. She's gorgeous. And I feel like she's got a lot. Her message is more for just me. So I'm gonna tell you that she is a goddess there's not a lot written about. And basically, she is facing our ego self. She is the dissolution of it. She just always is. Like, she's like Dionysus. She's coming back. She's doing her thing. It's a rebirth. She's a phoenix. So Megan Watterson, if you make a male version, Dionysus would be a perfect card. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. I will read you some of the stuff it says in the deck about that, since I originally read the card for me, and I should have probably waited. So, everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. Agalanda represents the essence of the phoenix. She's the indestructible energy that embraces change. She knows that everything is conspiring to transform her into only more love and light. Her full name means female power or goddess. So female power or goddess and Never Not Broken. So she's the goddess of Never Not Broken. She can never be broken because she always is. So Her power is unparalleled. She radiates the potent light and joy that's the goal of change, transformation, or pain. She is meant to be known through experience. She is an intimate, interior goddess that we meet when we are in our darkest moments of grief and heartbreak. She shows us where our energy is trapped, where we have been stifled in routines or others' expectations of us. And she whispers the liberation we will experience once we let ourselves break open and allow the new expression of ourselves to come blazing through. She reminds us that we always have the power to choose to see every event as yet another opportunity to become more light, to become more of the radiant soul we are here to be. So I thought that she went very well with pretty much everything that we're talking about today. So her message can't just be for just me. And I don't think I could have said that better myself. So I recommend, if you're going through transformation, you're looking for an alternate to Dionysus, she may be for you. What we're going to do now is I am going to pause this and do my shuffling, and then we are going to start the reading. So, see you in a few minutes, guys. Hi guys, if you picked the Jet, then your card is the goddess of devotion, Parvati. She's a Hindu goddess of love and fertility. She's Shiva's wife and Ganesha's mother. So Ganesha is the remover of all obstacles. But Parvati, her card says, I am a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. So when I see this card, some things right now may be for you really dark, stormy, something's going on. You're having problems with somebody in your life. Could be a lover, a sister, a mother, a friend, and you guys may be just not seeing eye to eye. There's some kind of friction there. There's some kind of misunderstanding. It's frustrating because they may not be understanding how much you love them, and you can't really get that point across. But I want you to take a look at this side where there's sunny skies. So I do see, if you can follow Parvati's advice, which we're going to get to in a minute here, things working out for you. So what Parvati wants you to do, and this is going to be really hard for some of you, especially when you're passionate and you can be stubborn. What Parvati is asking of you is to unclench your fist. Sometimes the movement of flowing water is calm, and it can do more than being fierce. So while Parvati is holding on to the relationship, she's got her husband's trident in her hand, okay? She's also has her hand open to let out love. So whatever you are going through with this person, and if this situation hasn't come up yet, it very well might be soon. You might even be able to feel it. What this is saying is that no matter what, your love is unshakable. It's never gonna leave. You and this person are bounded. You're bonded. So unless you guys are gonna cut that cord, which She's not saying you should do that. She's saying what you should do is step back, be present. Don't resolve to anger. Just listen and kind of accept they got to do what they need to do, and you're just going to have to understand that that love and relationship isn't going to end. It's always going to be together if you can step back and be present. You can't always come at things swinging, and I know for some people it's hard because when you love somebody, you don't want to lose them, you don't want to hurt them, and you may be afraid for them. So, you can get very emotional, but this is asking you just to relax, release your fears and anxiety, and Pravati will provide the sun. The better times will be ahead. Look at her. Look at that love. It's unwavering, and that love is in you. You just have to calm your own storm. So, in this deck, there is, and look how happy she is. She's much happier letting that love flow out and getting this result than she would be if her hand was clenched on that. So, let your love flow. That's what she's saying. Let your love flow. Just be like, I don't agree, but if that's what you gotta do, I'll still be here. I'll be right here. And you know what? You may be surprised. You may let them go and do something weird, like, I don't know, search for zombies in the Arctic. Okay? That's something that I would kind of be like, you're gonna do what now? That doesn't make sense to me, that you're not gonna make any money. What are you doing to your career? Don't throw away, but you gotta kind of let them step back. They might come back and be like, you know what, you were right, but that was a lesson that I needed to go to. I should have listened to you. So, love, and you shall be loved in return. Because they're not going to stop loving you no matter where they go. And that's what she's saying. That love will be in their heart. They got to grow, do something. It's a nice card to have. Just try to do your best to be present. Release those fears and anxieties. Those days will come. So there is a little thing. It's a little intention. Oh, it's just the same thing it says on the card. What you should, if you'd like to repeat to yourself, is the saying that's on the bottom of the card. Okay, so hold it up for a second. I'm going to say it again. You can write it down. It's, I am love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. And repeating that a couple times before you can kind of feel that confrontation coming, or you're going to step out to talk to them about something, may help, especially if they're talking and you can feel your fist kind of clenching there, is that maybe if you can say that a couple times even inside of your head, it might help you relax. So I wish you the best, and remember, these better days are coming right here. Smile. Look at that. Look at that love. Wish you the best, my darlings. Hi guys. If you chose the Sapphire, and yes, this is Sapphire in the raw, calm down, because if this was ground down into a ring, it would be like very, very tiny. But yes, so if you chose the Sapphire, you have a beautiful and strong woman here for you today. I believe it's pronounced Kadia. I could be pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry. She is the mother of believers. Look at that strong, confident woman. She is rooted. She is confident. She has got this. So you may be feeling insecure. You may have a lot of anxiety right now, but you do your work because she has come forward to tell you, you got this. This is in you. If she could do it, you could do it. Now, Kadia was widowed. She was married twice, and she had daughters to provide for, and this is in Saudi Arabia, okay? And she did not back down. Not only did she provide for her children, okay? She employed people. She fed her extended family, like she took care of them, and she fed the poor. So she took care of a lot of people. This woman has a strong will. This is inside you. You can stand up and take what's yours and give back. She is a representation of, and a reminder of, you don't have to be unmaterialistic and be spiritual. There is, and this message comes through very strong, you need to kind of focus on your material a little bit, balance out your material and spirituality. Maybe some of you, I'm getting, might be a little less balanced in the spirituality department, and you might need to strengthen that. But root chakra is really where you need to work, is where I'm getting. You see the red? This also, by the way, 'cause she's red and she's gold. Her halo is gold, so gold is very material, okay? But it's also a halo of spirituality. Red and gold, and I know she's from Saudi Arabia, but I get the luck is on your side. Red and gold are very lucky in China. I'm not sure if it's the same in Saudi Arabia, but that message of red and gold being lucky is coming right through. You are supported at this time. Kadia is all about your personal power, your personal strengths. So you might have to do some self-discovery, but it is on your side. Look, this light is shining through. Light is everywhere. It's on your side. You have this strong, oh, here's the song. Independent woman. Girl, I didn't know you could get down like that. Charlie, how your angels get down like that. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at singing, but it's like repeating in my head. All the honeys making money, throw your hands up at me. May go listen to that song. Yeah, I know, it's an old song, mold, whatever. But this is also ties in because she says, doesn't matter your age, 57, 87, 24. She was a middle-aged woman, and she ended up marrying the Prophet Muhammad. And she actually supported him. She employed him. She says, you got it. This is all about relationships, being independent, but creating interdependent relationships. So you might be in a relationship where right now you're leaning on somebody, and it could be your parents, it could be a husband, it could be a wife, it could be a sister, brother, and some of you, these people were good for you. They're trying to motivate you to be independent, more independent, financially secure, and she's wearing gold coins. So that money's coming if you do your work. You're going to be happier. You're going to be successful. Doesn't matter if you don't have a job right now. There are ways to create. But this card, what she's saying, what she's come forth to tell you, is that she does not want you to be in a codependent relationship where you are giving away your power. And she wants you to start taking that step out. And some relationships, you might have to leave. But she's saying you can provide for it. You can provide for yourself. You can provide for your children. You're taking care of your parents, whatever it is, you're being backed, you're being supported. There is a way. Do not give up hope. She can do it. You can do it. She can do it. You can do it. Oh, and this is a strong energy right there. I mean, look at her. Look at her confidence. You may be a little scared. You may be a little nervous. Release those fears. Release those anxieties. Pull yourself together. it is time for you to shine. And again, all the little shine. There's so much shining in this card. You can be her. You can be her. You're being supported. And I understand it's scary. I have an anxiety disorder. Take a breath. Take a breathe. Release. Look at her. That's going to be you. You can do that. I have faith in you. I can feel this energy backing you out. If you do your work, you got this. You can get out of relationships where you are giving away too much power. It may strengthen those relationships, but for some of you, it's going to be ending. That's always a little sad, but remember that all this light that's coming in, you're going to be happy, you're going to be strong, you're going to be confident. Nobody's going to be able to hold you back. Nobody's going to be able to take your power. And that is the main message of this beautiful, strong woman. I'm sorry, I'm a little, whew. Yeah, this is some intense energy, guys. Now's the time to get up and act. And some of you guys might kind of go in a little bit of a spiral and it'll come back around. You'll be a little incompetent and then a little more confident. Then you'll fall back a little. Then you're going to be even more just keep pushing forward. This is you. That is just the message. You got this. This is inside you. There's nothing more that I can say. That is the message. You are supported. You are good. You got this. And I wish you the best of luck. Please come back and tell me, because I want to hear your success story. And some of you are like, what if I... No, it's a success story, honey. Man or woman, success story. And I want to hear it. Hi guys, if you picked the Obsidian, you have this beautiful warrior saint to step forward for you. Her name is Mai. I do not know how to pronounce her last name, and I do not wish to butcher it, so I will honor her simply by calling her Mai. And look at her. Just take a minute to absorb that. She's got this beautiful divine halo. She's got this strong sword. And look at the wind. And look, it just kind of looks like, when you look at the card, that there's just this supernatural force behind her. Call it heaven, call it the divine, call it what you will. But she is like, she is getting stuff done. And that's kind of what the message is for you. Her card says, I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. So some of you may not be following your dreams. Some of you may be thinking about doing this. You may be anxious. Yeah, some of you are anxious. You don't know if you should take the risk. She's saying, devote yourself. Devote yourself to the cause. So let me tell you a little bit about her background and why this is so strong. Like this, devote yourself. The courage is going to follow you. The strength it needs to get it done is going to follow you. That message is coming through. It will follow. Devote yourself to your cause. Maybe you want to do something for humanity. Maybe you want to go to school to become a nurse. Maybe you are a struggling actor. Guys, people who are auditioning for things as silly as the cheesiest TV commercial, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get 6 auditions every day, and if you're a good, popular, like you're in the cartoons, you're on doing, national ads, you're in the Super Bowl commercial, stuff like that, you're only booking 30% of those gigs, and that's on a good year. There's a lot of hard work, but the people who succeed devote themselves, and that's what this is about, is that you are divinely supported, and if you don't feel supported, start reaching out. Start reaching out, and there are people you're going to be surprised that will support you. You might not think it. You might not, you could reach out to even financial aid. You're going to be supported. What this lovely lady is about is she's part of a small religion, and her father from a young age taught her to defend, not attack. So when you're going to talk to your spouse, or your dad, or whoever it is that you don't think is going to support you, do not attack them for not supporting you. Defend yourself. If they start saying, well, you can't commit to anything, this, that, or they say, I am. I'm going to complete this. This is different. I am devoted. I am moving forward, because that's what she wants you to do. And this lady, she heard about this guru, and at the time, this huge army was coming in, and this guru's bodyguards, his saint warriors, took off. They went back to their own villages to protect their family. They fled. They left him. This woman went village to village to village to go and protect that saint. She had 40 men. That's 41 people against an army. Do you know that she made it out alive? That she protected that guru? She got things done. Then she became his bodyguard. Now, some of you are not sure what you want to do. See all this spiritual energy? Go within. Do some meditation. 12 minutes a day is all it takes to start benefiting. Clear your mind, and it will come. You will feel your life purpose, and even if it's not a complete answer, you may be guided to go, hey, I'm just going to go clean up on the beach. There's this thing and I really want to go. If you feel motivated, you feel something well up in you to go, don't talk about it. Don't talk yourself out of it. You may meet somebody. Yeah, some of you are meeting somebody at an event or somewhere who's going to inspire an idea that may cause you to take action. You may go, oh wow, I didn't even know that was possible. They might be the ones supporting you on your journey. You never know. So right now is a great time for you to do social networking. And I know a lot of introverts just went, no, it's okay, guys. I'm not saying you have to go to, a giant party and stay there for 6 hours. I'm an introvert. I can't do that. I can't do that. A bunch of people I don't know. But, push your boundaries. Devote yourself, because that courage, that strength, look at her face. It's coming. And if you can't find somebody who's going to support you in real life, in your immediate moment, turn to your divine. Whether you believe in the angels and you want to talk to Archangel Gabriel or Sandalphon, or you are of the Egyptian pantheon, Isis is always there to support you. Doesn't matter. If you believe whatever you believe, turn to your divine, your spiritual beliefs, and ask them to guide you, because they'll bring the right people into your life. Now, please also understand it takes a little time sometimes, but believe, act. That strength, that courage to complete it will come when you find what you're passionate about. If you don't know it already, some of you are knowing. Some of you know it. Some of you are afraid to do it. Now is the time to devote, to change your life. Look at that. Look at those colors. Look at her. She's fierce. You could be fierce. If she can defeat a whole army, you sure as heck can get out of your deadbeat job and go after what you want. And you see how this is flowing? Go with the flow. It's right here. Go with the flow. She's beautiful. You're beautiful now, but you're going to be even more beautiful when you devote yourself to your cause, what you want to do, and you move forward. I wish you the best. I'm very excited for you. Ah, you got this. You got this. When you move from winter sun into summer sun, you got this. Best of luck, my lovelies. Hello, lovelies. If you picked this beautiful Seashell, you got a beautiful poet, the mystic of peace. Believe it might be pronounced Shao, but it's spelled Zhao. So I apologize if I do say it wrong. I'm going to have to ask my friend for sure how to pronounce this after the video, but I can't just stop a reading to get a pronunciation. So, what her card says, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. And what I am getting from this beautiful woman, and look at how at peace she is that there is turbulence in your life right now. And this may be coming in the form of anxiety. A lot of, hello. Okay, yeah. Many of you are having anxiety. There's a fret. There's an up and downward spiral of emotions. Some of you are wanting to take and make an action, whether it's towards resolving drama with a family member, a friend, a coworker. Ooh, I don't like that. Yeah, some of you are stressing that. Some of you are having, sorry, woo, you guys are going through it. Some of you are having anxiousness with your career or what road you need to take. You're at the fork in the road and you're just like, oh my God, what if this goes wrong? But look, if I can do this, then look, I get all these rewards. And her message, shh, quiet your mind, be still. If you're not meditating, this is the time. I know some of you are just not. 12 minutes a day. I said this to somebody else in their reading today. 12 minutes a day is all it takes to do that. And if you can't get up 12 minutes earlier, you can't do that for at least a month, things are not going to clear up for you. So dedicate that time. Get up 12 minutes earlier. If you can't do that, if you can't start off at 12 minutes, start off at 5 and build up to 12 minutes. You might find that you want to do it longer. Eventually, you'll be getting up a half an hour earlier because you need that stillness in your life. It's going to connect you to the divine universal flow. It's going to clear your mind. It's going to help ease your anxiety. The path will become clear in stillness. And if you are caught up in some drama at work, at family's house, whatever, if you can separate yourself for a minute, even if they're yelling and screaming, go inside and listen to your breath. There is a stillness between when you breathe in and you breathe out. It's just empty space. Breathe in and release it. Be still. Do not act if it does not come from love. The road will become clear for you if you do this. And look at her. Look at that peace. Look at that divine inner guidance coming in. Like that's coming from the moon right to her. That energy is all coming right to her. Because I don't see this as just an extension over here. Because if you look at her shirt, it's clear here. So there's energy coming this way. There's energy coming this way. You know, she's getting that divine flow. She is connected. You can be connected too. You need to go in and reconnect. There's too much chaos and anxiety from what's going on in your daily life that you Guys, this is really important. Some of you need to do your inner reflection. You need to move from your love into what you need to go. And you need to stop looking at the shadows cast, the darkness and the light. If you're going to school, focus on the school. Don't focus on what if I don't succeed afterward. Well, the rewards of the focus on the purpose. Move with love. Like I said, meditation is key here. Going inside is key here. Be still, my child. Be still. The answers will come with you. Your way, your path will be clear. But I'm going to say it again because I know some of you are not meditators. Some of you will meditate for a day. Wonder why you're not enlightened. Where's the instant gratification? Some of you will do it for a week. Then you'll stop. And then some of you will do it straight for a week. Stop for 2 days. Go back to... I think you really need to do that 5 minutes a day, 12 minutes a day, build up to that. You can make that time for yourself. I don't care how busy you are. If you have to meditate at the bus station between when you're waiting for your ride, do it. Listen to yourself. You have the inner guidance, the divine are guiding you, your higher self is guiding you. But you have to be able to hear them. So sit in that silence, even if it's just between your breath. It's going to be amazing for you. Your path is going to be illuminated, and just focus on it. Don't worry about, well, this other thing, and if I had gotten this other thing, then I would have been so much. No, that other thing may have taken away from the moon. It may, say your focus is the moon instead of the lights that it casts or the shadows that it casts. You're not focusing on the moon if you're over here scooping beans and putting it in a burrito. I'm just saying. So maybe your focus is just school right now. Maybe your focus is just your job. Maybe it's your writing. Maybe some of you are writers. Find the time to write that book. And you know what? Starting is the hardest part, right? So you may just go and blank write, because I know I write, that if you just blank write, you may write out 3 chapters before you actually get to the chapter to start your book. And have a solid ending in mind for your characters. Don't defer from that. Write out your ending and just write for your beginning. The beginning is the hardest part. And, some of you might be stuck. But if you just write, even if you're in the middle of the book and you're like, I'm just stuck, write out chapters. Not all of them have to go in your book. There's creative outlets that will still help you focus. Oh, that's sweet. I like that message. So, you may find your stillness in painting, in the writing. Stop stressing about, I don't know what to write next, and just write. And then if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. It's not wasted time. If you're writing, you're getting closer. Something's going to happen to inspire you. Look at her. Look at her piece. That's going to be you. That's why she came forward. She wants you to go inside and just sit in the silence. Whether that's in a creative endeavor, whether that's your 15 minutes a day, 12 minutes a day, your 5 minutes a day of meditation, or the breaths you take in crazy situations. She don't want you to have any drama. She wants you to release that, step outside of that. Don't get caught up in between people. You need your peace. You have been struggling for so long with this anxiety, this unstabilizing emotions, that it's time for you, baby. It's time for you. And you know what? You deserve time for you. People be pulling you every which way. Honey, 12 minutes a day is something you can do for you. And it might be only 12 minutes, but you tell everybody, don't text me between 3 o'clock and 3:45. I got stuff to do. You know, put a note on your door, do whatever you need to do. Say, this is my time. It might be only 12 minutes, but I'm taking my time. And if you interrupt me, boy, girl, that's it. We fighting. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't want you to fight. She doesn't want the drama. But if people need to respect your space, that is part of this card. So you need to be like, I need to do what I need to do for my 12 minutes, my 15 minutes, my 30 minutes, my 5 minutes, and then I will get to you. I need to take care of me first. I can't pour from an empty cup. Give me my 5 minutes. Stick to it, because eventually those people are going to give you your 5 minutes. I want this peace for you. Look at her. You can get it. It's there for you. And I'm praying for you. Like, I want it for you. You deserve it. Know that you deserve it, because a lot of you don't. A lot of you don't know that you deserve peace. You deserve your dreams, your goals, your desires. Your self-worth has been damaged. And you can start taking that back by just allowing yourself to deserve that 5 minutes, that 12 minutes. I'm going to say that meditation, that time to write your book. Just explain to them, I have stuff I have to do if I'm going to be able to deal with chaos. I need my time for peace. And if they can't respect that, go somewhere else. Be like, oh, I'm going to go to get something at the store. Do you want anything from Starbucks? Take the time in the car. Like, park in the parking lot and just take that time to meditate or whatever you need to do. And then go in and get your coffees for them and the other. And then they think you're doing something good for them and you just took time for yourself. And they go, well, why did it take so long? Big line. Big line. Here's your coffee. That's it. Like, find a way to get it, because you need it. You deserve it. And there are ways, baby, I'm telling you, just get creative. I believe in you, and I want this for you. So again, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. Best of luck. Hi everyone. If you chose this big little boulder, big stone little boulder, you got the Norse goddess Freya, and I actually work with her, so I love this. And this stone is actually from Greece, in one of the rivers to the Underworld. I brought it back with me. But it ties into Freya. Okay, so she is the goddess of discernment. Now, she's really the Norse goddess of love and war, but how discernment ties into this beautiful woman is that she gets, when people die, and it ties into the Underworld, on the battlefield, her Valkyries take half of the fallen to her version of heaven. That's the best and easiest way to explain it without getting too complicated. Odin gets the other half. So she picks and chooses who gets to go with her, basically, and Odin gets the other half. Now I'm sure he's got choosing as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting Odin. I mean, gotta love him. But, I mean, look at her. Freya, it says here, I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. And I love that. So the first message I get is that some of you are giving your power away. Some of you are saying yes when you should not be saying yes. You got things to do, and you're pretty much, you want to help the people you love. your mom, your dad, your cousins, your sister, your uncle, your friends, your boss, whatever. You want life to be good and easy for them, but you are saying yes too much when you have your own work to do, things that you need to get done, that you want to accomplish, space that you need for yourself, and you're going, yeah, I guess I can do that, or yeah, I'll help you out, but sometimes I have this problem. You're not focusing on you as much as you need to be. You're not doing the things you need to do because you want to support your loved ones. And some of them don't, they're not going to understand it. They're not going to like that you're going to say, no, I can't. But to discern whether, I mean, you have the power of discernment in you. Nobody practices it. I can't say nobody, but most people don't practice it as much as they need to. And basically, if you're having trouble deciding if something is good for you or not good for you, if this person is good for you, just take a second, close your eyes, think about the situation and say no. Think about the situation and say yes. How was the difference in energy? Did you perk up more when you said no? Or did you perk up more when you say yes? Because if you feel better about the yes than the no, then it's probably okay to give away a little bit of your time or your energy. But if you say yes and you just drop, honey, say no. Say no. Just be like, I really can't. Like Freya is saying, only say yes when it's a holy hell yeah. Like, do that. And I know it takes practice, but the more you do it, the easier it will get. She said, don't worry about the people who will fall away some. People are going to rise to your energy, for sure. Some people are going to take a step back. They're not going to understand. You can explain it to them. But you, when you step into your power, you are going to be like a gem. You are going to gleam and glitter in the light, and people are going to be compelled to be with you. Like, they're going to want to spend time with you without taking your energy. And sometimes people we love do this without realizing that they're doing this. So you don't have to be super pissed at them. But she's saying boundaries, baby. Boundary. You got this. You are strong. You don't need that crap anymore. Cut out that negativity. What I love about Freya is she loves hardcore, but she's going to go to war for herself, her friends, her family. She's got their back, but she's saying it's time for them to have yours. It is time for them to have yours. And look at that light behind her. You're going to gleam. You are going to glow. You're going to be irresistible. You're going to attract more positivity into your life. Paths are going to open for you. And you're not going to be afraid to take them. If you've been struggling with that thing, am I worthy? You're going to feel worthy. You're going to feel it. You're going to know. You're going to be able to be like, go to that space and be like, should I go and eat McDonald's today? No. Okay, it's a no. It doesn't feel good. Or it might feel good and you might be able to get that McFlurry. And then you're going to be time where there's more serious questions. And you're going to go in and they like, does this path feel good to me? And it's going to be a no. And that might disappoint some people. But honey, you got to do you. You got to make time for your life. This has been coming through for a lot of people. It's time to step into your power. And it's time to only say yes and make time when you have the time to do it. And now there's going to be some friction. But this is saying Freya is all about stand your ground. The saying goes, all's fair in love and war. My personal saying is all fair with Freya and Thor. So she's about stand your ground, stand your ground, stand your ground. And that message just keeps coming through. Stand your ground. Don't back down. It gets easier in time. You will discern. You will learn who is there for your highest, greatest good. And you will learn who's not. Sometimes it's a hard lesson to learn. But don't think that those people can't grow either. But you're going to have to be able to feel their energy. Because some of you are dealing with some liars. Some of you are dealing with Loki. You know, they're tricksters. And that's not to diss Loki, but he is the father of lies. And some of you are dealing with him. And it might not be a boy. I'm saying, you know, that trickster, that deceitful energy. Boundaries. You push back if you have to. Don't get yourself in any, you know, serious trouble. There's people who will support you if you ask for it. And it might be the cops if you need to call the cops. I just had a friend who did that. She had to call the cops on her husband. She finally stood up. That's what I'm talking about, this energy this month. She stood up to her abusive husband and called the cops. He snapped her phone in half. He's no longer in the house. He's no longer in the house. She's got their kids, and she's taken the measures she needs to do. So, now is the time to create those boundaries, find out what serves you, and stick to them. Stick to them. Look at her. Only say yes if it's a holy hell yes. Like, get excited about the things that you want to get excited for. And I know some of you are dealing with school. I know some of you are dealing with work. But you're going to free up some time by just saying, like, biatch, I can't. And I'm sorry that came out like that. But that's just, like, kind of, I'm getting this, like, I'm done. I got my boundaries. I got what I need to do. I love you. But that's it. Like, I'm sorry you don't understand. But you're going to see that in the end, this is for my highest, greatest good. And you're finally, and a lot of people are, they're going to see, like, wow. When you get through with what you need to get through with and why you have to discern more, whatever project you're working on, they're going to see you shine and they're going to be like, wow, she really did it. I'm really proud of her. I'm glad she told me no. Some of you may lose some people. But like I said, when those who are negative step out of your path, okay, they're only making room for people in the light. And you're going to have more people supporting your back going, hey, yeah, go to school for this. You know, that's really, I'm glad you're doing that. Oh, you need some help with it. That's who you need in your life. And sometimes we're not always appreciative. So I am also getting the message of to help you discern, especially if you're having problems with someone right now, because sometimes it's just a temporary buff, is that you want to practice some gratitude of self, first off, and then gratitude of people who are in your life and have supported you. So you might want to think back to, in the past year or 6 months, has this person supported you in any way? Like, you know, I'm not saying go head-to-head battle, but they might also be able to just help you discern if this person is good for you. And you can think about it. Your mom or your dad or your cousin or your uncle may be butting into your life and they may think they're helping you and they're not. So you're going to ask you, did they help me go register for school? Or did they bring me a cup of coffee because they knew I was cramming all night? I'm getting a lot of school energy off of this. So some of you are really busy. Some of you are really busy and you got to manage your time. So help you discern, you know, gratitude and feel the energy. Like I'm telling you, you're going to feel it. And I mean, look how she's not backing down. Don't back down. This is my time. I need to do what I need to do. So my future is bright. That I gleam, that I shine, that you're going to be proud of me. You are. Just sit back and watch. If you need some time to back up, Just watch me shine. Because there's no reason that if someone doesn't get you right now, you can't reconnect with them later. Those who are going to see how good this is for you, they might not understand it right now. And they see how they don't see how this is good for you, but once you complete it, it's going to be good. They're going to go, "Hey, you were right. I'm glad you did it. I'm glad, you took your space." Sometimes that's not going to happen, but I am getting the message that some people that you may have to step away from right now will come back and be like, "Dude, I'm sorry I didn't see it." And it's okay to let these people in if you can discern that they're being sincere, that they can admit that you were right, you did what you need to do for you, and they're glad for you. If they're not glad for you after your success, they're lacking something, they got some inner work to do. Don't let it bother you. When they do that work, you can let them back in, but you don't let any psychic vampires in. You gotta protect yourself. Like some of them, you can't help because you're living with your parents or friends because you have roommates, whatever, and they're gonna try to drain on you, but you put up those boundaries. They'll push it, they'll test it, but you keep them. Do not give in, do not give way. Your time is precious. There is only so much time we get to live each life. Make the best of it, because you need to learn your lessons. You need to get this stuff done so you can move forward. You're going to gleam. You're going to shine. You're going to fly. Look at those beautiful falcon wings, those feathers. You're going to fly. Focus. Discern. You're going to evolve. You're going to fly. High in the sky. Sorry, I know I can't sing. It's okay. Patron God of music, can't sing. This doesn't mean I shouldn't. It just means that some people may need earplugs. That's my boundary. You're going to listen to me sing. My coworkers listen to me sing at my other job all the time. But, yeah, you're going to fly. Stick to your boundaries. Like, this is such a successful card. Discern. Stick to your boundaries. Oh, I can't wait to see your wings. I can't wait. Remember, always come from love, but don't be afraid to give them war. Always come from love, don't be afraid to give them hell. Only say yes if it's a holy hell yes. Do what's best for you right now, honey. And let me know how it turns out for you. All right. That is the end of our readings today, and I hope that the mini readings can help you with the energies that are going on right now, maybe guide you a little bit. If something didn't work for you, just throw it away, because it's a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate, obviously. Some of you guys, I'm very excited for you. You're going to do your work. You're going to get this done. If you need a reminder, come back and re-listen to this reading. And you may find that it does not pop up in your newsfeed today. It may come to you in the middle of July in year 2030. But if you get to this reading, then there's something here for you. Then the message was to come through at that time. So if you're going through your process this year and this pops back up in your feed box June, or you need to remember it, you could come back and watch it again. You may hear something you didn't hear before that's resonating with you now. Do what's compelled and best for you. I'm very excited. I want to see you guys shine. So I am going to put some donation links in my little note box. I can't even think of the comments section. If you'd like to donate to me, awesome. If not, I just ask that you do something kind for somebody else. And it may just be telling them that they're beautiful. But if you would like to like and subscribe, that would be awesome for me. Shares are always appreciated. Go forth and live in love and light, guys. It's going to be an amazing year. And don't let anybody tell you different. Do your work, and it will shine. All right. Until next time, lovelies.